every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Mayfield going to the air right away. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Following the interception, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Winston now. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Winston. Just get rid of it.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Mayfield to Moore for the Carolina first. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Winston. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action now. Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
And tap dance parlance could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Just a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that'll give them a first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Winston's looking for Olave, and he's got him. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They go play action. Winston. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when
and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 21 yards for Alvin Kamara as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey to about the 33-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on the receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Hardy set to return. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First down, Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Winston. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. He'll look to set up his blockers. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey 64 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
If you're going to take a shot down for 2nd and 1, it's a perfect time to do it. If you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
Now, it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 88 yards rushing now for Kamara. It's a first down. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. From the gun, Winston. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
On 2nd and goal, Winston shake under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board. Play smart, baby.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First down, Mayfield. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Robbie Anderson has been used more as a short field receiver in Carolina than the deep threat he was in New York. Over 1,600 yards in 2 seasons with the Panthers. Now his 3rd season as a starter in Charlotte. He picks up a first down here, and he's certainly hoping they get back to throwing him the long ball.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 102 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Anderson loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. To return is Roberts. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 8.
Throwing, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Winston now to throw on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To the air again with Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Kamara try the right side.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Winston. Catch here, left side, Thomas.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
111 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play action now. Winston. Flush to his right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Winston.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Mayfield now. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Let's go to this thing,
Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Try to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Whether it's the toss or the pitch, you get him the ball outside the tackles on the edge. He's a tough man to bring down.
He certainly is, and it makes people wonder on the other side of the ball. Do I really want to deal with him when he gets a full head of steam? At the same time, he's also congratulating.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go get it now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 27, Winston.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Brian Burns getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Mayfield on first down. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. McCaffrey running up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Giovanni Ricci taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he shows off some of that elusiveness there as he's able to dance his way to a gain of about 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Winston's throw taken in by Landry. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, The coverage downfield, equally good.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Again, it's Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. They make it step up like that, baby. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. They can't read us straight. It's all like popcorn. Go on now. It's all like popcorn. That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. What's the deal, y'all? Let's it's game time. Let's go, man.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This is Chenault on the receiving end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That is caught by Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there, 20 yards. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield, quick slant, caught by Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
To throw, Mayfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tommy Tremble, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's complete. Kamara.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 2. 1:55 remaining. And they need at least 30 yards, you'd have to think, here to move the football to have a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Matt Ioannidis bowling his way in and sticking him to the turf. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for the quarterback.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Winston. Now he's forced out left. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 37. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He's back to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.